There are cars that move the world forward. And then there are cars that redefine what forward even means. The Lamborghini Temerario is exactly that moment. A thunderous statement from Santa Agata Bolognese that says, the V10 may be gone, but the soul of Lamborghini just evolved. This isn't just another hybrid supercar, it's the spiritual sequel to the Huracán, only this time, Lamborghini didn't borrow its heart from anyone. The Temerario's engine is purely Lamborghini, designed completely in-house for the first time in 2 decades. Gone are the shared blueprints. Gone is the Audi DNA. What remains is a machine engineered by Italians who refused to let the brand's fire fade into the electric age. When you first see the Temerario, you know it's something new. It's sharp, lower, and unapologetically aggressive, like a fighter jet designed by an artist. Lamborghini ditched the Y-heavy design theme from the Rivuelto that carved this car from hexagonal geometry. Cleaner, more muscular, almost sinister. But look closer and you notice something Lamborghini rarely talks about: usability. This isn't a torture chamber for tall people or a car that eats your luggage. The Temerario actually fits you. The cabin is futuristic. A triple display setup surrounds you like a digital cockpit. Driver, passenger, and central infotainment all synced, all stunning. The screens flow like glass instruments in a spaceship, but somehow still scream Lamborghini with every pixel. Even the customization game is next-level. Lamborghini's at Personam department showed off a special Grigio circuit version with blue metallic flakes that shimmer like lightning in the night. But all of that beauty fades into background noise the second you hear what's inside. Beneath that sculpted rear deck sits a brand new 4.0-liter twin-turbo flat-plane V8 that revs to an unbelievable 10,000 revolutions per minute. Read that again, 10,000 RPM. That number alone makes gearheads sit up straight. It's Lamborghini's way of saying, we may have gone hybrid, but we're still insane. The internal combustion engine alone pumps out 789 horsepower. Add in the electric trio, 2 motors at the front, 1 tucked behind the gearbox, and the total rises to a staggering 907 horsepower. That's more than any Ferrari or McLaren in its class, and the numbers? 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 0.7 seconds, and it won't stop until it hits 343 kilometers per hour. But this isn't about statistics, it's about how it feels getting there. See, the hybrid setup isn't meant for eco-point or silent city drives, though it can creep through cheetah mode on electric power. The real purpose of those motors is instant torque. The front motors give you razor-edge traction, the rear E-motor fills any gap in turbo lag, and together they turn the Temerario into a car that feels permanently locked in attack mode. What's even more impressive is how Lamborghini made it sound right. Because when the Huracán's V10 bowed out, fans were heartbroken. That soundtrack was one of the greatest mechanical symphonies ever written. Replacing it was like remaking Bohemian Rhapsody, nearly impossible. But Lamborghini's engineers didn't settle. They sculpted the Temerario's sound like a performance instrument, from the firing order of the flat-plane crank to the shape of the exhaust manifolds. The result, a high-pitched, metallic scream that climbs with surgical precision from 4,000 revolutions per minute all the way past 9,000 before exploding into a spine-tingling crescendo at 10. It doesn't just rev, it wails. It's raw, clean, and shockingly emotional. And because the electric motors handle low and grunt, the turbos can breathe freely up top. That means no artificial whooshes, no muffled nonsense, just pure, mechanical fury. It's proof that a hybrid Lamborghini can still sound like the end of the world. But all that chaos needs control, and that's where the magic of LDVI 2.0 comes in. This system isn't just traction control. It's a digital maestro conducting every element of the car. Torque vectoring, all-wheel drive, rear-wheel steering, aerodynamics, all communicating faster than you can blink. And then there's drift mode. Yes, a dedicated drift mode. Lamborghini finally gave drivers permission to let loose. Through a rotary dial on the steering wheel, you can adjust how wild you want to get. Level 1 keeps things playful and safe. Level 3? That's pure cinema, smoke, countersteer, and adrenaline. Underneath, the Temerario's new aluminum space frame is 20% stiffer than before, built with the same materials and techniques used by Lamborghini's GT3 race engineers. It's a car that feels bred for both the racetrack and the red carpet. The handling, sharp, confident, predictable. The hybrid system doesn't weigh it down, it amplifies everything. You feel the car pivot with precision, the torque dancing between all four wheels like it's alive. Of course, this beast isn't light. At 3,726 pounds, it's heavier than the Ferrari 296 GTB or McLaren Artura, but that weight comes with purpose, 3 motors, all-wheel drive, and a chassis that feels bulletproof. Lamborghini's strategy was clear: don't chase lightness, chase dominance. And with nearly 1,000 horsepower, it worked. Against its rivals, the numbers tell a story. Ferrari 296 GTB minus 819 horsepower to 0.9 seconds to 100. McLaren Artura minus 671 horsepower, 3.0 seconds to 100. Temerario 907 horsepower to 0.7 seconds. End of discussion. Even its tiny 3.8 kilowatt-hours battery says something. Lamborghini didn't care about EV range. This isn't a plug-in commuter, it's a performance weapon. The hybrid system exists to make it sharper, quicker, and more emotional, not quieter. Inside, you'll find something few Lamborghinis have ever offered: technology that genuinely feels ahead of its time. A full level to plus ADAS suite, lane departure warning, adaptive safety features. Yes, on a Lamborghini. It's a hint at the brand's maturity, showing that raw performance and refinement can coexist. And that 12-year corrosion warranty and 5-year maintenance plan, that's unheard of in this league. Lamborghini isn't just selling thrill, they're selling long-term confidence. But let's not forget what really matters: the emotion. That sound, that climb to 10,000 revolutions per minute. The moment the hybrid torque slams you back into your seat. It's more than a supercar, it's a turning point. A symbol that performance doesn't die when batteries enter the mix, it evolves. And that's what makes the Lamborghini Temerario special. It's not a farewell to the past, it's the ignition of a new chapter. The V10 may have ridden Lamborghini's legend, but the 10,000 revolutions per minute V8 hybrid is about to make it immortal. So here's the question for you: is this the future we wanted? Can the high-pitched scream of a 10,000 revolutions per minute hybrid truly replace the roar of a naturally aspirated V10? Or has Lamborghini just created something so wild, so advanced, that we'll never look back? Let's talk about it, because this isn't just the next Lamborghini, it's the next era.